As we're heading into the end of the year, I have to say this has been one of the biggest years for cozy gamers. The cozy game world is thriving in 2025, and these brand new games are just pure comfort food for your soul. From tending your Hobbit garden in Tales of the Shire to managing your own tiny bookshop, cozy gamers have been eating good the last few months. In this video, I'm going to share with you a list of the freshest cozy games, community favorites, and reasons why you should be trying these games next. Without further ado, let's get started. The first game we have to talk about is one that I know a lot of us have been waiting for, and that is Tales of the Shire. Since this game came out, there has been some conflicting reviews, but I for one have been really enjoying it, and I'll tell you why. In this game, you play as a newcomer hobbit into the Bywater town. Not only do you get to customize your hobbit, pick a silly name for them, and also customize and decorate your house, but your main quest is to help Bywater become a respectable town. It took me a little bit to get into the mechanics, but once I did, I was just so in love with them. I really enjoy that the game really revolves around food. That's the main way that you're able to grow your relationships. I feel like one of the biggest issues with cozy games sometimes, especially when they're a big franchise like Tales of the Shire, is the anticipation. I, for one, when I got the teaser for Tales of the Shire, I had all of these expectations about what it was gonna look like, what the gameplay was gonna be like, and because my expectations were so high for the game, when they actually released what the game was gonna look like and the mechanics were gonna be like and what it was actually gonna be about, I had to just taper my expectations. I for one really love that this game has a lot of direction and really doesn't let you stray away too far from the main story, because when I play farming sims and games with this styles of mechanics, I can get really distracted and overwhelmed when the world feels so open and there's so many people to talk to and learn about and so many quests. I really appreciate a game with a very strong direction, which this one has. I do think it is best played on the PC, as the graphics are not yet optimized for the Nintendo Switch 2, which is where I've been playing it recently. I love this game. I think it's whimsical, it's charming, and it delivers on everything that it said it was going to be. If you've always wanted to have your own Hobbit hole, your own Hobbit garden, and just spend the days making meals and hanging out with your friends, finding cows and chasing butterflies, I think this is the game for you. The next game that recently got released is Tiny Bookshop. This is a game all about literary comfort with book matching charm. In this game, you escape the hustle and bustle of the city, pursue your dream of having a moving tiny bookshop in a small town, which, I mean, it's just a dream come true for anyone, or is it just me? I don't know. The first thing that stood out to me with this game in particular is the art style. I just find it so stunning. I really love how they've been able to capture the warmth of a small town with the beautiful 2D details. They've also done a really good job with the ambience and music of the game. Not only are you able to meet the people in the town, get acquainted with them and their tastes, you're also able to find the best books for them, give them recommendations, and figure out what it is that you want to focus in selling at your store, depending on the people that you have visiting your shop. I also really love the decorating aspect of this game, as you can really make your little bookshop your own. I have a soft spot too for the fact that you can hang out in different spots in the city. It's a very slow-paced, charming game, which I really appreciate. Now, before we keep going on this list, I know a lot of us, our wish lists are bursting with games. We're finishing one and getting started with the other one. But if you're anything like me, you get a lot of eye fatigue and sometimes migraine. But this is where the sponsor of today's video comes in, Bob and Brad. Bob and Brad is actually a brand that was created by two physical therapists, and they very kindly sent me their eye massager. At first, I was like, you know what? I don't know how I'm gonna like this. This looks a little bit silly, but let me just try this out and see how I like it. And lo and behold, it's so nice. I have tried so many different things in the past with migraines. I've done the eye compressions, I've done a warm blanket over my eyes, all of the things. I've tried my very best, and I found that this product actually pretty much puts everything together. I was honestly quite impressed. Makes you look a little bit silly when you have it on. I feel like the Jetsons or something. But I don't even care because it works wonders on my eyes. It has actually quite a few different modes to it, different styles of massages focusing on different areas of your face. But my favorite part is that you can also get heat therapy on your face, which for me is one of the biggest things I have found helps my migraines. If you suffer from migraines, if you look at screens for a really long time, I feel like this is going to be something that might really help you. And I thought it was perfect for my cozy friends because I know that a lot of us spend a long time staring at screens. If you're interested, I do have a promo code which I will put on the screen, or you can use the link in the description. Thank you again, Bob and Brad, for helping me with my migraines and enabling me to game even more. Following on my list, we have Wanderstop. This one has been out for a few months now. Even though I have not played it myself, I have watched so many of my friends play it. I think this game has a beautiful message, a message that a lot of us need to hear. This game is all about healing from burnout. I really love the story behind this game because the developer of the game was actually dealing with burnout themselves when they came out with the story for it. This is a narrative-centric cozy game where you are managing a tea shop. You play as a fallen fighter named Alta. Alta has somewhat lost her purpose and finds herself learning how to rest and learning how to come back to herself by working every day at a tea house. It's a story about learning how to ride the waves of life and understanding that sometimes what we want and what we need are not necessarily the same thing. You are able to grow and harvest your ingredients as well as mixing them together. As you meet different travelers and get to know their stories, then you're able to make a tea that is just perfect for them. I am a big fan of a cozy game that not only has a reflective, slow-paced mechanic, but also has a beautiful, reflective storyline. One thing I really love about this game is also the art style. It has this almost like claymation flavor to it with beautiful, bright colors and really interestingly designed characters. I think it's so beautiful and I can't wait to give it a try. The next game I want to talk about is Spilled. If you've watched my channel for a while, you would know by now that I love a cleaning sim to just sit down, relax, and just clean. I actually completely finished the career mode in Power Wash Simulator last week. I love that game so much. And this one I think is gonna be my runner-up after finishing Power Wash. This is a short and relaxing game where you clean up ocean waste, you recycle, earn coins, and upgrade your boat, explore new areas, clean bigger spills, and different kinds of waste. Something about just managing a little boat on water that to me feels very cozy, and it reminds me of Dredge, which is one of my favorite cozy horror-y games. You guys already know that I love games that have conservational concepts, and this game is all about that. You're able to find different creatures and rescue them as well, which I think is really cool. And also, they are currently in partnership with the Whale and Dolphin Conservation. So every sale that this game makes actually donates 10 cents toward the organization. So I think that's just really awesome. This is a single developer and their story is very interesting because in order to develop the game, they actually started living on a boat to reduce cost and also be able to focus on the actual developing process. If you like cleaning sims, I really recommend this one. Not only is it going to be really relaxing and satisfying, but it's also helping a good cause. Next game on my list is actually a puzzle game. I tried this game's demo and I completely fell in love with it. So I was like, I cannot wait for this game to come out. And that game is This Seat Taken? This is a puzzle game in which you have a certain amount of people and you have to put them in a vehicle. However, they all have different characteristics and different preferences. So you have to figure out where to sit them in order to have them all be happy. This is one of those games that's just a good old brain scratch for me. I can play a game like this for hours and hours. Not only is this game extremely cute, I really enjoy the art style and the music of it. It also just feels so cozy to just sit down and try and figure it out. It's a good game to play while you're listening to a podcast or an audiobook. I also really appreciate that as you get through the levels, you actually start recognizing some characters in the game. So to me, those are the kind of details that really make a cozy game stand out and be extra special. It makes me feel like the developers put a little sprinkle of love in there. The more you pay attention to the gameplay, the more you can get out of it with the stories of the character that you're able to see. If you're looking for a nice puzzle game that is challenging but not too wild, this is a really good one. Following on my list, I really wanted to talk about Camper Van Make It Home. This is another game that we have been waiting for a really long time, and I am so happy that it's finally out. I cannot wait to give it a try. I've heard this game is very unpacking-esque, which is one of my absolute favorite cozy games of all time, so it makes me really excited. You decorate and organize the camper van of your dreams, embark on a journey of self-discovery as you build your own home on wheels using a combination of creative block organization puzzles and relaxing interior design. You make your heart feel at ease and your camper van feel like home. I personally find these styles of games that combine puzzle mechanics with decoration and story to be very engaging for me. These are the styles of games that I will finish in one sitting because there's something about them that really itches my brain very nicely. I find them extremely relaxing, and a lot of the time in these games you find that the way that they tell the story is very interesting because even though you can't particularly see what the character looks like, you are able to fill in the blanks, and I find that to be a really effective and beautiful way to tell a story. I think this game is perfect to play, especially at the end of summer before we dive into fall head first. I also just really love the aesthetic of it. It's very pastel, beautiful. You are also able to experience different environments and sounds which come with their own soundtracks and ambiance. I always find those things to be very soothing in video games. Also, you have a dog in this game and you can pet the dog. You guys already know how I feel about that. Those are all the games that I had for you today. But before we go, I really want to talk about something that has piqued my interest as of late. Have you guys been hearing the rumors about there possibly being a new Animal Crossing coming soon? A lot of people have been talking about how in the next Nintendo Direct, at the end of it, they're gonna tease for a new Animal Crossing. Comment below if you would be excited for a new Animal Crossing game and if you think these rumors are true, because I don't want to be too delulu in expecting it. So let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please remember to like it and subscribe. It helps my channel so much. It is truly the biggest way that you can support me and my channel. How are you spending your last days before fall is here? Please let me know. And most importantly, remember to take care of yourself, have some rest, have some water, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.